When I found out this was a sequel to The Wave, it's like, I gotta watch this. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about The Quake. It's a 2018 movie. It's on Hulu if you want to check it out. It is indeed the sequel to The Wave, which is a 2015 movie. They're both like disaster movies. The Wave is focused on a tsunami. The Quake is focused on an earthquake. They're in Norwegian, so you do have to read the subtitles. In this particular movie, it's the same family. You follow Kristen. He's the hero from the first movie. It's 3 years later, and his family basically left him. He's not doing well. His daughter comes to visit, and you can tell he's off. He's still thinking about the events of, the wave and how many people were lost and what he could have done to save more people. And then a friend of his dies, and he sees it on the news, and he starts going through his mail. He realizes he has a package from this guy, and he opens the package, and it's like all of these different clippings about a potential quake that can happen, in the bigger city. Like the first movie, it was like in this coastal town. It was a smaller environment, tourist environment. But this time around, he goes to like the city, and he tries to warn the people like, hey, this guy was on to something. There's a quake coming. It hasn't been a quake like this in over 100 years. And in the first movie, he was more persistent because that was part of his job. Like in the first movie, he was going to a new position, but a part of his job was to, make sure everything was working right. And he was trying to warn the people, his friends that he worked with, that something was coming. In this one, he says his part, but then it felt like he was just like, nobody wants to listen. All right, cool. But then, little things start happening, and he's trying to not only get, warn his family and everything, but he's trying to let people know like something is going on. And he gets more information from the guy who died. He goes to the house, and it's like, oh, this is really serious. It's gonna happen. And of course, nobody wants to listen to this guy. So quakes happen, and it's not A-list stuff, but I enjoyed disaster movies. So I was locked in watching him trying to rescue his family from this devastating quake, and it was entertaining for me. I enjoyed it. Do you have to watch The Wave to enjoy this? No, but you can understand some of the dynamics between the family members and how they react to each other if you watch the first movie, because it wasn't all raising sunshine in the first movie. They were kind of like, yo, you're crazy. What are you doing? Like, I don't want to be around you anymore. And then after he starts saving, he saved lives, and years later, people look at him the family looks at him a little different, like maybe we'll trust you with your instinct. But it's probably a B, C movie, but I enjoyed it. So if you enjoy BC movies, natural disaster movies that I didn't know had sequels, watch The Quake. It's on Hulu. Check it out. It's not that long either. You just have to read the subtitles. But those are just my thoughts. If you've seen the movie, let me know what you thought about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Deuces.